Best fragrances to wear to the gym. So obviously, if you're going to the gym, you want to make sure you smell good, fresh, you know. So there are quite a few different kind of examples of fragrances that are really good for the gym. I've selected 5. So I'm going to start with one that I think just works well all around, not only for the gym, but also outside of the gym, which is Dior Homme Original. So the original, unfortunately, is a little bit hard to find, at least in some locations, but it's really, really nice. It is an uplifting, fresh, masculine, crisp and clean type of fragrance. Definitely, it's versatile enough to be like fresh for the gym, fresh for the office, fresh for just going to the grocery store if you wanted to. Super versatile. Now, again, it is a little bit hard to find. There's also the Dior Homme Eau for Men, which is a little bit similar in terms of how fresh and kind of clean it is, with a little touch of sweetness from an iris note, which is very unique, very attractive. Now, there's also, in the same vein, Dior Homme Sport. Now, I have not smelled this personally, so I can't really give my opinion too much about it, but I do know, obviously, you know, sport in the name, it is a more sporty fragrance. It is fresher, still very masculine, very crisp and fresh. So pretty much any of those 3 Dior Hommes will be good for the gym. Now, the Dior Homme Eau de Toilette can also be a good option. It's a little bit heavier, but still could be a good option for the gym. Really good longevity, really good projection, good performance. It just smells good in general. You can't really go wrong with any of the Dior Hommes, at least in my opinion. They're all just really good. But moving on from the Dior Homme, maybe you can't find it, maybe you don't care for Dior Homme. Now, another option, which is just kind of a classic, tried and true, Acqua di Gio from Armani. This is obviously, a classic again. This is primarily a citrusy type of fragrance, pretty light, but also very nice smelling. So it has several different types of citrus, you know, the lemon, the orange, I'm pretty sure there's some bergamot in there, that sort of thing. There's also some aquatic notes, and also some herbs and some wood notes. So obviously, you know, it's meant to be this natural, fresh option. It is a little bit, I guess, older. I wouldn't consider it older. It's from the 90s, so not super modern, but I think it still holds up. It's a pretty simple yet effective type of fragrance. Now, I will say the downside is it's not very strong. It doesn't have great longevity. It's gonna last about 4 hours, maybe 5. But if you're working out at the gym, I doubt you're gonna be there for more than 4 hours unless you're really intense. But you know, on average, it's a really good option for the gym. It's fresh, it's clean, it's natural. It kind of has that Italian Riviera smell to it, which is always nice. And again, it's a classic option, tried and true, and it's very affordable, under $100. I believe some of the bottles are under $50, so definitely a good option if you don't want to spend too much money, but you still want to smell, you know, fresh and nice when you go to the gym. Now, besides Acqua di Gio, I would say another one, if you want to be really, really fresh, you want to be icy crisp, I would say Terre d'Hermès Eau Givrée. So, the Eau Givrée version of the Terre d'Hermès is the freshest version, I would say. It's primarily, you know, kind of similar to Acqua di Gio in that it's very natural, has very natural notes. There's some juniper berries, which are mainly the focal point of Terre d'Hermès. Super fresh, woodsy, kind of cold, and that sort of thing. So, I would say it has similar longevity to Acqua di Gio, probably 4 to 5 hours. Nothing super impressive with the longevity, but it is a pretty light fragrance, so you can't expect too much longevity from that type of fragrance. But besides that, it smells really nice. The name Eau Givrée means frozen water or icy water, so you can have an idea that it is a pretty fresh and crisp option. Now, I would say it's even, I don't believe it's officially unisex, but it could definitely be unisex just because it's so natural and so simple. Now, again, the main qualm is the kind of poor longevity, but besides that, if you're not concerned about the longevity, the smell alone is very, very attractive, very clean. More than anything, it smells clean. Now, another one from Hermès is Voyage d'Hermès, which is indeed a unisex option. So, the thing about Voyage d'Hermès is it's primarily a citrus fragrance with some green notes. There's some green tea notes thrown in there. I would say it smells kind of dewy, like dewy grass in the morning, you know, a little bit cold, very clean, and very natural. Now, this one unfortunately has probably the worst longevity on the list, probably about 2 or 3 hours. It's pretty weak, but again, if you're not going to be at the gym for that long, it's still a good option. It's still going to last as long as you're going to be at the gym, in most cases. And again, it does smell really, really good, really fresh. Like pretty much immediately as you put it on, you feel refreshed. So it definitely does what it's supposed to do. You're not going to have this heavy, you know, unpleasant fragrance weighing you down at the gym. You're going to be refreshed, rejuvenated when you put on Voyage d'Hermès. Now, another one, which I have not smelled personally, but I know it's good. I've heard a lot of people say how good it is Versace pour Homme. So, Versace for men. This is also in kind of the same category in terms of the citrusiness and a little bit of woodsiness and some herbalness. So, yeah, so Versace pour Homme, it's primarily, I mean, it has some florals actually, but they don't make it feminine, obviously. It's still a very masculine fragrance. So it has some bergamot, it has some cedar, some sage, some amber and musk. So pretty well balanced, very attractive scent. I would say it's actually a little bit stronger compared to some of the other scents that I've mentioned before. Longevity is probably about 5 hours, so a little bit stronger. But in general, it is a very, very pleasant type of fragrance to wear. Whenever you smell it, I mean, it's just automatically attractive. It's one of those likable fragrances. It's designed to be as likable as possible. So again, this is a very good option to wear to the gym. You can't really go wrong with it. It's very well balanced, very versatile. You could also easily wear it outside of the gym, you know, as a daytime fragrance or as a work fragrance or whatever you want to do with it. But those are pretty much my main options for, you know, fragrances or clones to wear to the gym. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.